So yeah, about that. It kind of seems like we are. And the sheer fact when I'm asking a college professor and the immediate response is yes. It's like, oh, is that all? All I know is this seems concerning. Why the heck is this happening? Well, let's face it, we are all more similar than we are different, but we do each have our own unique life experience. What the heck does that mean? Well, to me, what that means is we actually experience things quite similarly in just base function. However, when you layer on, each of us has lived our own life, has experienced things differently. Basically, that helps form, that helps shape us. It actually helps us basically grow into the people that we are today. Now, since individual experiences vary greatly, you take that into account. So very often somebody will say or do something that's just it riles us up. We just kind of get a bit ornery sometimes. And with the invention of the internet, we now have the ability to let folks know, especially right away, rather than in real life where it's like, oh, well, maybe we'll think about that. Why? Well, that person might punch me in the face. Is it really worth those words coming out of my mouth? I don't know. Maybe that goes back to yesterday's video, aka fighting words. These things happen. But when you look at this, it's like, all right, so we each experience things very differently. But then you have certain commonalities. It's like, well, I don't like it when you do this. And I get pissed off when people start using a whole bunch of capital letters because on the internet, that obviously means we're getting yelled at right there. And you'll have a lot of exclamation points and everything because obviously you're just digitally in that person's face, cussing them out. I mean, it's not like some folks just are caps lock people because they won't have to go by and just do all those words again and everything because that is very tedious as well. Let's face it, some folks just view it as I just put random words on the internet with LOL. That's cool, man. You do you. Other people, again, experience things differently. But just right now, it's like, especially with any type of event, because has anyone else had an experience where somebody's telling a story and all of a sudden they're kind of confuzzling a couple of stories, maybe two stories, maybe three stories. Very often, these are from all different parts of the country or even the world, but they might go into similar veins. Perhaps similar networks or individuals are covering these stories. And after a while, I don't know about you, but I ain't smart enough to keep track of every single little thing. That's what I use the internet for. So all of a sudden, it's like, oh, well, this situation, well, these were the factors. Well, were those the actual factors? Or are you conflating two different things? Because when this happens, then our speech becomes less specific, perhaps a little less articulate. So now all of a sudden, well, they did this bad thing, but they also did these things, whether or not they actually did them. So that's in our head. So as soon as our heads go like that, it's like, well, they obviously got what they deserved. It's like, really? Is that how you would like it to be? I don't know. I see y'all down there. Hey guys, what's going on? No, but this is the thing. It's like, okay, even with this video in and of itself, there's a live chat on YouTube. The people that pop in at different points are going to experience different parts of this conversation that ends up forming your opinion on things. That's why I'm doing the whole news quest thing because all of a sudden, what do you see? You see just a whole bunch of folks, and it's like, you see that 15-second clip. Whoa, that was horrific, man. I can't believe they did that. And then you saw the things before where basically someone else was in their face, and all of a sudden that ended up triggering them and they went off. But if you only see that 15-second clip, things look a little differently. It also depends on where you edit here. Some folks may say it's like, oh, I mean, so you want the authenticity? I'm going to save storage space and also uploading videos takes more time. So I'm lazy. That's why I'm doing it live and just going to repost this on other places. Duh. I don't know. Sometimes Occam's razor is the answer. Murphy's law. Something like that. You do what works. And it's I as much as I love editing, yes, I killed my current editing laptop with far too much pornography for the second time. I mean, these things happen. But what I see going on is just we're confuzzling all these things and we're assuming the worst in our fellow creature. Now, I mean, that seems like a very natural response because it's like, okay, human beings, we adapted over thousands of years. We've adapted to survive. We've adapted to overcome. And when you see what's going on in the world, or at least what so many of us are seeing on a daily basis, it's like, yeah, no wonder you'd think that way. Because what do we see? We're seeing the worst parts of mankind getting captured. Why? Gets clicks, gets views, makes money. You're not always seeing when the police officer is just, I don't know, pulling a young duck or cat out of a grate, having the firemen just get a cat out of a tree, having nurse and EMTs and doctors save people's lives. Why? Well, that's part of their job. These are things that we come to expect. It's just we often don't see them. Why? Well, they're nice. We want to see what's going on. We want to see the worst parts because that captures us, that grips us. That's just kind of the system that we have right now. Times are changing. I think we can change for the better, but that's all I got for now. Shout out to my patron, Joe Franco. If you would like to support this transmission, feel free to support me at patreon.com/the memes of destruction. Perhaps someday I'll actually post it in the doobly-doo. But thank you all for watching. Peace out, everybody. Be safe, and long live the elbow bump.